It's another hot one today. Let's go and have a look. 31. Oh, it feels hotter than that. Yeah, in the sun. As soon as you step in the sun, it's pretty warm. I'm thinking about Monday taking the jet ski. Oh, sorry, not Monday, Sunday. Sunday's going to be 36, I think. Nice and warm. So I'm thinking about taking the jet ski out. Just going to go to the river and just give. I haven't used the jet ski since last summer, so it's been on charge. I know the battery's all good, but I'll probably take it off charge and let it sit for a couple days and just make sure that the battery's okay. Because otherwise, if you leave it on charge and then take it off on the day that you're going to go, obviously it's going to start that morning, but then if you turn it off for lunchtime or whatever, or turn it off and then want to start it again, it may not start. So if I take it off charge, leave it off charge and start it, like in a couple of days, and it starts, then I know it's going to start and not stop on me. So I'm trying to get some stuff ready, because I'll definitely bring the camera. I got this thing. I've actually got a few things from AliExpress recently. Oh, that was a Ziploc bag and I ripped it for whatever reason. That's okay. So, what did I get? So that thing is to hold it, obviously, and if it falls, at least you can find it. It'll float. And I've got 3 more of these magnetic things. So definitely want to start using them because they're so handy. They're really good to clip the camera on and off. Yeah, so there's one for that. I don't know the Narrows Bridge, which is the jet ski area on the Swan River. It's right in the guts of the city, and that's the only drama. But on a Sunday, it shouldn't be too bad. It'll still be busy, but be alright. I'm not really filming much anymore. I'm struggling to do that. There we go. So yeah, bit of a lanyard, and then you can. Oh yeah, it's got like a little cam lock thing, so you can lock it around your wrist and you don't lose it. So that's a good one. I've got this selfie stick pole. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but let's put one of these on anyway. I'm just trying to figure out if I need any more of these magnetic mounts, that's all. The only other thing I probably need it on is my tripod, and I don't really use the tripod that much. And actually that's one thing I do need to buy, is like a little mini tripod. I've got one with the bendy arms, but it's not very good. It wants to fall over on me all the time, so I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, see, I probably wouldn't use any of these mounts. So there's no point putting them on there. No, all good. Okay. Yeah, where's the tripod? There's a tripod there. Yeah, probably could. That's the last one anyway. And I mean, that one I'm not going to use all the time, so that can come off when not needed. But the tripod I'll probably use more than the floaty. The floaty thing, I'll show you this in a minute once I've put it on. The bike's got its own, so that stays on the bike. Yeah, and that's the tripod. It's just a Bunnings. I think it's a Bosch. Yeah, it's made for the laser levels and things like that. But it's not bad. It does everything you need. But yeah, if you haven't seen these things, I can't really show you because I'm using the camera. Oh, hang on a sec. 2 seconds. No, I thought I could, because I got like an EXO case thing on it, but the actual mount is on the camera, not on the case. Look them up, they're really cool. You literally just show the camera to the bottom of that thing and the magnet sucks it in, and these clips make it impossible to come off. They're really, really strong. And then when you do want to take it off, you just press both sides in and boom, lift the camera up. Really good. Look them up on YouTube, I'm sure someone's got something to say about them. But yeah, really cool. So I think that's all I'm going to bring. I'm not going to bring too much with me on the jet ski because there's not a lot of space on the thing. I'm probably not going to bring that. I don't think I need that. And that probably won't even fit in the thing that I've got. I'll bring it. The only thing is, it's not floaty. So no, that can stay here. I don't want to lose my camera. Yeah, so that'll do. The next thing I'm going to do is go in the garage where the jet ski is. And I've got a box like a crate kind of thing like this, bit bigger. And it's pretty much got all my jet ski stuff in it. So a bit of a grab bag kind of thing. So I know that if I have that box with me, everything I need is in there. I don't have to go looking for things before I go jet skiing around the house. So I'll go and pull that apart. I'll spread it all out. I'm pretty sure it's full of sand, so I'm going to go and clean it all out. It's getting a bit chockers in the... I'll show you anyway. I'll pick the video up in the garage and show you what I mean. Okay, I'm actually using the little selfie stick floaty thing. Yeah, it's a bit of a crude setup, but there's not a lot of light in here. And I can't be bothered putting the door up. So we've still got all our camping stuff out because we got back from Mandurah last week, whatever it was. And I can't put it away in the room we normally keep it in because we're getting the sauna delivered this week sometime. So I don't want all this in the way and then have to build the sauna around all this kind of stuff. So yeah, excuse the mess, but this is just staying in here for now. So setup, that's the box I use. And that's what I normally bring with me, bar a few things. So depends where we're going. I sometimes bring this vest here. It's just like that'll get you by in the river. The only thing is, if it's hot, this gets really hot. This is like literally a vest, a sponge vest. So you get really warm in that if it's sunny. So then, if that's the case, I wear just that blue one there, which just goes around your neck and then around the front, so it leaves you opened a bit more. That one is a 150. I think it goes by kilos, so it's a level 150. So that'll float 150 kilos or something like that. And these are only 50s, so they're okay for the river and a certain distance offshore. But that'll get you in the river and out shore. So I just wear that one if it's hot. If you go in winter, that's really nice because that keeps you quite warm. So yeah, I'm probably only going to bring that one. Plus, it takes up less room. And then I do have a wetsuit. I've got a jacket and pants for winter. So that don't you get quite warm in that? Even in winter, you get pretty warm in that. Hat with neck protection, ear protection. So probably not going to need that. Oh, actually, it's going to be quite warm. So that'll definitely come. I normally keep that in there, but I think it's just getting ruined and taking up room, the wetsuit. So I might actually hang that up and leave it in here because I definitely don't. I might bring the jacket with me, but I doubt I'll need that. I think we're not going ultra early in the morning anyway, so I won't need it. And these shoes they're just like reef shoes. But I like to wear shoes because in the river you just don't know what you're stepping on. There's flathead, poisonous fish and stuff like that, so I just don't like walking around with no shoes on. So yeah, definitely hat, and I've got gloves. So gloves, hat, they're definitely going to come. They'll go on the top. I've got, so first things that I rarely use, which go first in the bucket. This is like a 5 metre big lock. And what I can do, I've never had to use it, but I can run it around the jet ski, around the top, through the wheels, and then back and lock it on itself so that the jet ski is locked to the trailer, and then the trailer is locked to the car. So just in case I need to go somewhere, shops or whatever, on the way home for an emergency, I wouldn't normally just take the jet ski shopping. But yeah, that's all that's for. When I bought the jet ski, I was originally going to keep it outside on the driveway. So that was the theory in buying that lock, is so that it could all be locked, and then the trailer was going to be locked to the fence out the front there. But never happened. We ended up selling the car, so we had a spare spot in here, and the insurance company I'm with wouldn't insure it on the driveway unless it was behind a gate, and we don't have a gate, so that's okay. That's a handy bit. You can get that online. They're the rules. They're outdated now, these rules, because the rules just got changed, but that's just like a bit of a map of the Swan River and tells you where you can and can't go and what speeds and stuff like that. So that's good, but that stays down the bottom because I've also got this Garmin, what is it, 45CV, and that has pretty much that map built onto it, so that'll tell you your speeds, what you're allowed to do. Got some spare straps. They're handy for things. I can't remember if I've even used them, but yeah, they're good. Just keep them down the bottom. Other things for the bottom that you hardly ever use, spare items, are all that. So just some spare D-shackles, spare trailer thing for the hitch, a bit of a multi-tool. That's the water spout pipe. I got rid of it on mine, so I don't need it. But I'll keep it in there anyway, so eventually when I sell the ski it can go back to normal if someone wants it. The main reason I got rid of it is sometimes I put that blue esky on the back, and if you leave that spout, all you hear is the water hitting the bottom of that esky. Lip balm, spare key, very important to have a spare key. Waterproof phone case, but now I've got this Osmo Action camera, so I don't really use that. Definitely need sun cream. I can stay down the bottom. Bog roll, you never know. Not that you're doing much on the jet. I don't bring it on the jet ski with me, but yeah, just at parks. That's the multi-tool. Spare bungs, very important as well. Some glasses cleaner for your sunnies. They're my sunnies because I wear prescription glasses, so I've got a spare set. So if I get knocked off the ski and lose them, I'm not too fussed. That's an anchor, like just a beach anchor, so you don't have to run the ski up on the shore every time. That can go on top, but I'll talk about that later. Same with that. That's on the top. They're on the top. That's on the top. Just a dry bag. I don't know. I think I've used it once. Pretty good. And these tyres, I've got some more in the ski as well. My ski doesn't have cruise control, so you can wrap that around your throttle and then just twist them up to tighten it, and you can get the speed just bang on. So yeah, that works pretty good. Keys for everything. Some bumpers. I don't use them all the time, but when I do, they're good. Especially at Hillary's, you need them. On the river, you don't really need them because there's no jetty. It's just beach. So they're good. Spare, I think that's a spare. That's brand new, so yeah, that's a spare. A towel in case you fall in. These are cool. It's just a 2 litre water bottle, pretty much. And if once you're done, you can fold it all down. So they're good. I'll leave that on top because I need to fill that up before I go. That should have gone at the bottom. That was for the trailer. So that's a bit awkward now because that's just sitting on top. Some flags. I use these. I put them. Can't remember if it's on this side. Yeah. Yeah, just here. I drilled a hole to put them in. So when you're reversing the trailer to pick the jet ski up when the jet ski's not on the trailer, in my wagon the window's quite high and I can't see the trailer. So it's hard to reverse. You got to snake it too much. So if you put the flags on, at least you got kind of a point of reference for the trailer, and much easier to reverse. Definitely bring these. They were full of sand, so I just got to clean out. Hat and gloves, definitely coming. Water bottle, definitely going to come and fill up. Probably won't need them. They're only if you dock into a jetty or something like that. Even though I'm not fishing, I'll still bring that. That's good to have. Definitely need that. And then this is just a waterproof container. Put your phone and keys in. That way, if ski gets flooded for whatever reason. I've never tipped the ski over. I've rolled off it before. I was telling the story on the last bike ride that I did. I don't think I posted that video yet, but yeah, that'll come out soon. Yeah, I've never rolled the ski over, so I had to flip it over, but I have come off the ski. But that's good. Keys, I'll leave these out. I've kind of colour coded everything, so I know what they are. I can't remember. That's for a lock for that big 5 metre thing. That is for that orange thing down there, and that's just a wheel cover, so no one can. It's a lock for the wheels, so no one can steal the trailer. That's why it's orange, because that's orange. The lock for that thing is blue, so that's blue. Green. I can't remember what. Oh, green's for this thing. No, it's not. Kovics. That's that thing. Is the lock for the hitch. Green, I can't remember, but it's for something. I can't remember. But yeah, I'll keep them on top. Just like I said, if I know I've got that box, I've got everything. Bring in that. That's better. Yeah, that was getting a bit overflowing. I've already got a key on the jet ski. It's turned into a bit of a washing line. That's the mount for the. Actually, if I go on this side, it might be better. It's a bit harder to get to, but a bit more visible. Actually, even better. Just mount it. So I've got a JBL Charge 5, I think it is, round speaker thing, and that fits in here, velcroed. So you got tunes while you're riding, and then I just piggybacked off that mount. I made an aluminium mount to mount the fish finder or navigation. I use it mainly for maps. I don't worry about the fish finding side of things. And then in here, this comes off when you don't want it to, and when you want it to, there it goes. Yep. Oh yeah, a monocular. I don't know. I've never used it. I didn't even know it was in there. That's for your phone as well. This thing's cool. It's a it's the only thing I could kind of think of. I'm sure there's better options, but it's a retractable clothesline. But it's good to you just pull it, clip it up to the dock, and then just bury that or wrap it around the handlebars, whatever. Only if there's no waves. If there's waves, don't use that. This is only really for the river, because you'll break it. Another spare key. So I've got a spare key in the box, and then I've got a spare key on the ski as well. A whistle and a tile. So if it does get nicked, I can kind of find it if no one finds the thing. And then some rubbish and my license, because in Australia you need a special license for any. Oh, there is toilet paper in there. Okay. So I do have one on here. I didn't even know it was in there. Oh, there goes a light. Better turn that off before it burns something. Yeah, so there you go. I do have toilet paper. This compartment's quite big actually. I didn't know it was that big. But yeah, you need a license. There's no picture on it. It's not like a photo ID. But you need a license for anything over 5 horsepower, 6.5 horsepower, something like that. Any vessel, doesn't matter if it's a electric kayak. What was that? Something was just, oh, it was my tile. Okay. I think it's just set my phone off. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so you need even if you've got an electric kayak that has equivalent of 7 horsepower, you need a skipper's ticket, they call it. So had to do that to get this to be able to legally ride the jet ski. Cost about $250-300 in about half a day, and they test you on everything. There's some more. These are more of those ties that I tie around probably not the safest thing in the world, but probably not the safest thing in the world, tying something to the thing, but I only do it when it's like 8-knot zone, and it goes for a long time, the 8-knot zone, so your finger does get tired. If we're out in the open waters and we're going to Garden Island and it's just full pelt or half pelt, whatever, I don't use it. I don't use it for that. It's only just to get around the river. So yeah. Oh, and then I bought this extra storage here because the thing just looked a bit unfinished. It's all flat under here. If you look up an EX Deluxe, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. yeah, this just finished it off. And same thing, I've just got a bit of lip balm, glasses cleaner, and some spray sun cream. And what's that? Oh, that's the lid for the sun cream, so it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, and that's it. That's just a quickie. I've put my keys in here before. It's meant to be waterproof, but it's not. I've put my keys in there before, and yeah, it's not waterproof. And then under here is not a lot of storage, but it's just a dock line and flares, because you need flares if you're going. I can't remember the numbers, but if you're going a certain distance offshore, you need to have a certain type of flare, and that's what that one is. And then nothing really special on the trailer. That's the thing for the fish finder and depth finder. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty standard. I've not done anything to it. The only thing I will do before we take it out is, not going to do it today, but get under here and clean the battery terminals up. That's the only thing that's let me down on this ski, is the battery terminals. I put it in the water. I was waiting for my mate and he was running late. So I thought I'll just go in on my own. And so that was the only time I've ever been by myself. And I think I was fishing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was fishing. Turned the ski off, fished, and then started drifting towards the rocks. It was in the same place where me and my old man fell off the thing. And went to start it and it wouldn't start. And I was getting closer and closer. I rang my mate up and he was just putting his ski in. He was about 10 minutes behind me, 15 minutes behind me. So yeah, I was just a sitting duck. I didn't know what was wrong with it. If I knew that was the problem, I could have probably fixed it myself out on the water. But if it does it again, I know what it is. But all I did was wiggle. But anyway, he had to come and get me, tow me back, and then we beached it around where the marina is. Figured out what it was, wiggled the thing. It was tight, but it just needed a touch, and then boom, up she went, and didn't play. It hasn't never played up since. So that's the only thing that this thing's ever let me down. It's a 2018, so it's fairly new. It's like brand new. It's only done 60 hours, I think, 65, 70 hours. So yeah, it's pretty new. But yeah, that's the only time it's let me down, and that's kind of the reason I don't like going by myself, because if something happens, you got no backup. River, I'm pretty confident in the river. Plus, there's a lot of boats out there, so if you get in trouble, you can call someone over. But yeah, the river's forgiving. The ocean, I can't do it. I don't really want to go by myself in the ocean. So yeah, but I'll leave it at that. I'll make this a two-parter because it's quite a long video already as it is. So yeah, there's another one of them straps. So pretty much to strap it down, I just use. Oh, I've forgotten now. Oh, here. So that little stainless steel thing and that one, and then I just go around the trailer, and back up to there, and I use these little 1.8 meter ratcheting retractable straps. The only thing is you got to make sure you remember to take them off before you put them in the water, because one dip in salt water and this thing's buggered pretty much. Once it dries and rusts, it's gone. And there's your bung holes. Always keep them out and make sure you put them in before you go in the water. But yeah, that's it. So that's how you tie down the back. And then the front is already tied down. So after I wash it, I'll show you when I wash it, but that's what this green mark is, and then I've got a green mark on the belt here, and I push the ski back so it's on its kind of tipping point. And then that way, when I'm washing it just out the front here, I can tip the whole thing up, and the whole trailer and ski raises up, and you can wash it out, and everything drains out, and you're not left with a big puddles of water and everything in there, like what happens. So yeah, that was a good tip. The only thing is, the mark is not matching up to this green thing now because I've put this spare tyre on, so it's changed the weight a little bit. So you've got to let the ski go a little bit further back to counteract the weight of the tyre. But yeah, it's a handy trick that. I saw that on YouTube as well. But yeah, so, and then when you bring it back on and put it away, I always make sure I do that. That way, if I forget, at least it's tied down at the front here. It probably wouldn't jump out anyway at the back without putting those on, but it's something, you're only relying on this ratchet to hold the whole ski on if you forget this. So that's why I always do that. Yeah, and that's it. I was going to convert it because it's got a, that's the old school trailer plug that we used to have, and then that's a converter. That's what my car's got, is a 7-pin. So I was going to convert it. Now that I've done that bike rack, it's fairly easy to do. But see, there's 2 wires going in there, so I've just left it. But I've got the adapter. If that ever breaks, then I would buy a 7-pin adapter and just rewire it myself, but it's fine for now. Yeah, and that's about it. That's about it. I took some stickers off it, polished it, ceramic coated it, and that's pretty much all. And added this to it, this front thing. And I gave it a service when I first bought it. It's only ever had one service. And the speaker and that mount, and ran all that to the battery. That's all. I haven't touched anything else. It's got stock impeller, stock intake, stock sponsons, I think they're called. Everything's stock, and it goes really good. It's plenty fast enough. I think I mentioned it before. My mate's got a he's just a 2021 GP 1800R, so 1.8 litre supercharged 4-cylinder. This is a 1 litre 3-cylinder non-supercharged, and I had a shot on his, and I just couldn't. That's probably the fastest thing I've ever been in, and I was almost shaking. I just thought, there's no need to scare yourself every time you go out. I mean, it's nice to go fast, but it's always windy here, so there's always waves. Even if you go on the river, unless you go like ultra early in the morning, that's the only time really. This tops out at about 80, 75, 80. If the water's flat, if it's got waves, you can't even do that speed. So there's no point doing 130, 140. I mean, you get there really, really fast. It is a nice feeling, but yeah, not for me. That's perfect for me. The only thing is, this is a bit small to take 2 fully grown adults on. It just doesn't handle very well. The front person has to sit really far forward uncomfortably, and the back person has to sit really far forward as well. Otherwise it's too back heavy, and the thing just rocks around, and as soon as you get up on plane, the front end's swinging around, and it just goes whichever way it wants to go. You can't steer it. So I've had little kids and stuff, like up to about 15 on there, no dramas, but once you start getting into adult weight, it's too much. But yeah, with a little kid on the back, my niece and nephew, 6 and 7. Well, no, she's 10 actually, 8 and 10, I think they are. And yeah, no worries. And then I've got another niece and nephew, and they're 13 when they were 14 when they were on here last. And yeah, no worries. I could just start to feel it at about the 14 years old kind of mark. But yeah, any more than 2 adults, nah, not for me. It's just not enjoyable at all. But yeah, other than that, she goes good, really good. I'll do another video of preparation for the ski and hooking it up to the car, and then I'll do another video when we're out there. But or maybe roll those 2 into one. We'll see how we go. Depends how much footage I get from when I go. I've got a mate maybe coming with me who doesn't have a skipper's ticket, but I'm going to still give him a shot on it, as long as you don't go too far and start going where the boats go. Where I go is a freestyle area, so it's only for jet skis in that area. So my reckoning is that the coppers might go, if they do catch you, they might go a bit easy on you, because you're not interacting with any other vessel. You're only in there mucking around on this thing with other jet skis, so you don't need to know any rules. But yeah, I wouldn't, without a skipper's ticket, I wouldn't go too far and be where other boats are, which is pretty hard around here, because that's all there is really. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what the fine is. I can't imagine it being lenient. I'd say to be in the couple $100 mark. I'm not sure. And there's always coppers on the river. They've actually got a police station on the river with their own boat and everything like that. So, but I don't think they're going to come into that jet ski area and start checking people's licenses. I think they'll only get you if you're out in the ocean, or you're going through Fremantle where there's massive boats and stuff like that. So, and I've never been asked for my license, and I've done heaps of jet skiing, so yeah, I've never ever been stopped or asked or anything. The only thing I've been stopped by is from a fisheries officer, fisheries or transport or whatever. They weren't even coppers, and they wanted to know about the flares and if they were in date, and I've only been asked that once as well, so that was all good. Didn't even want to see my license. So it's only the coppers that can ask you to see your license, really. Not anyone else can't, I don't think. Yeah, so no, she goes good. I'm pretty happy with it, but I don't know how long I'm going to keep it for, because I kind of want this space for something else, not to put a car in, but I want to put my bikes and scooters and the sauna I want to put in here. So yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to keep this for. It just depends how much use I get out of it. I didn't get a lot last summer, but I'm hoping to get more this summer. I'm still excited to use it, but yeah, when I've had enough of it, then I think it's going to go. I'm not just going to keep it for no reason, because it is expensive. I've just got the rego for the trailer and rego for the ski, and that's about $400 or 300 maybe. Yeah. Oh no, it's not. It's about $250, and then you got $500 insurance, and this is every year. So it's not cheap to keep and not use. So you got to use it, make it worthwhile. So yeah. But anyway, I'll go and chuck this video up. I think that's enough jibber jabbering for that. I can't think of anything else. But I mean, the trailer's the same age as a jet ski, and it's mint condition, no rust, nothing. I just done the hubs on it last year, so they're cool. The lights all still work. So, but I'll wash everything. Like I'll show you when I come back, but I'll flush all the way down these tubes, all here, everything done. And this is kind of what I use, this stuff. So that's a salt wash, so that's for the outside of everything. Trailer, jet ski, even your car, if you get your car with a bit of salt water when you're dumping it off. And then that's an engine flush. So you use that in this thing, the musket they call it, because it's a salty captain. And that's his musket, so you just fill up your 60 mils, I think I use, of that stuff, and then you connect that to your hose, and then soapy water comes out. So I rinse it first and then do that stuff, let it sit for a bit, rinse it off, and then 60 mils of the blue stuff, and then that's just a normal hose connection, and then you flush your motor. Little trick when you flush your motor, a lot of people don't, being a mechanic, no, I'm not a mechanic, but my dad's a mechanic, so he was telling me about it. Obviously a thermostat, when the engine's cold, is closed. So if you flush it, and you flush it for like 30 or 60 seconds and then turn it off, and the engine never got up to temperature, you actually haven't flushed the actual engine. You've just flushed a part of it. I don't know exactly, but you haven't flushed the whole thing. So you really need to. I normally flush it with fresh water until I see steam coming out. And that takes a couple minutes. It's not just a quick thing. So I flush it until I start seeing steam come out of the back, because that's where the exhaust comes out. And then I also, there's a telltale just here under there, so water comes out of that. Touch that, and if that's pretty hot, 60 odd, 70 degrees, I think that's what the thermostat would open at, 70, 80 degrees, something like that. So if that's pretty hot, then you know your thermostat's open. Then I flick that on, so the blue stuff's starting to go through, and then that way you're flushing around the water galleries, around the cylinders and all that kind of gear. But yeah, if you just quickly do it in 30 seconds and you're done, you still got salt water in your engine. So yeah, they should, I don't know if there's a way to bypass, they should have like a thermostat bypass or something. But yeah, that's kind of what I do anyway. So a way of making sure that you flush everything. And then I even go to the trouble of, after that blue stuff's done, because that foams up a little bit, so you'll see foam coming out of the exhaust, and not much, but you'll see foam coming out of the tailtails, and then turn it off, so then you're getting clear water through as well. And then sometimes I even taste the water coming out of that to make sure it's not salty. I know it's gross, but yeah, that's how you know you've got fresh water everywhere, and it's hot. It's like a cup of tea. It's not that hot. It's not like it's 100 degrees, but yeah, that's how you know you've flushed it. If it's hot and it doesn't taste like salt, you know you got fresh water around your cylinders now. So yeah, little tip. But anyway, I'll go through all that when I do the wash down on it. So yeah, easy as. All right, yeah, this video's gone way too long as expected. All right, so catch you guys later. Have a good one.